We good? 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 All right, we're good. All right. Welcome to the show. Give everyone a little bit of time to come on in here. And, all right, let's start with this chick.
So apparently, actual cable journalists have no idea what the Declaration of Independence
Well, do you?
says. Guys, it's getting pretty bad out here. Last weekend here in Washington, D.C. on the National Mall was a huge event called Rededicate 250, a massive prayer rally with some incredible...
Except neither the Declaration of Independence nor the Constitution mention God. Now, the Declaration of Independence does say creator. But, sweetheart, we all have a creator. Actually, creators. Our mother and our father, and they're no more mythical than your crucifix. But creator does not mean God.
Speakers rededicating our country to our identity as one nation under God. And one of the speakers on stage...
Except all that one nation under God shit, that didn't start at the founding. In fact, that didn't start till the 50s. You know, the whole thing with the Pledge of Allegiance in school being said in schools, because at some point it says, you know, one nation under God, indivisible. That was added in the 50s. All this in God we trust, in the that didn't happen until the 50s because of the Red Menace. That's when that got ramped up. Most of the founding fathers were deitists. They believed in a God, but he just kind of started the world and then fucked off to play poker.
Stage is the current...
He was not, he doesn't watch over us. He doesn't give a shit about us. He just created the universe, like he farted it into existence and then fucked off to play poker with his buddy Chad.
Current Speaker of the House, Speaker Mike Johnson, who while praying on stage decided to literally read verbatim the Declaration of Independence as it was written 250 years ago and still...
Good, because I know the text.
...still exists today.
And it does not say God. It says creator. And the irony of the Declaration of Independence is they say all men are created equal. And we all know the ultimate irony of that statement in said declaration. Now, the original Constitution did have a condemnation of slavery in it, written by Thomas Jefferson, ironically a slaveholder. But they needed Virginia, which was a slave state, which had the bulk of not only the U.S. population, but its military might.
And you gave our fathers the wisdom and faith to establish this new nation premised on the biblical and foundational principle that all men are created.
He changed it. It does not reference the Bible.
Equal and free before you. Through your divine providence, our founders acknowledged and boldly proclaimed the self-evident truth that every single person is created in your image.
Yeah. Well, every single person is created in their creator's image. I mean, children take up traits from their mother and father. You've still not defined that he's talking about God. And again, I believe he altered this a little bit.
And that we are endowed by you, our creator, with our inalienable rights to life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
Chills. So good. Probably because he is basically reading directly from the Declaration of Independence as written by Thomas Jefferson. But
well, Thomas Jefferson didn't write it alone. He had help. But I find it odd that, again, all men are created equal except if you're black. I mean, you guys are, and if you want to know something really fucked up, girl? After the Revolutionary War, blacks were promised, if they fought in the Revolutionary War, were promised their freedom. Guess what we did? We re-enslaved them. That was kind of a little fucked up thing to do. Oh, and Jefferson was alive for that.
Freaking MSNBC, through their new MS Now platform, had an anchor, a news
You're right. I'm not created equal to other men. I'm smarter than them.
anchor, a journalist, Katie Tur, say this about Mike Johnson's prayer.
What about this passage from Mike Johnson declaring that our rights do not derive from government, they come from you, our creator?
Well, actually, rights do not derive from governments, nor do they derive from a creator, be it a human or mythical, nor do they derive from any divine right. Again, the leftists' biggest champion, FDR, threw hundreds of thousands of Americans that had committed no crime whatsoever, just because they happened to be of and threw them in internment camps just because they happened to be of Japanese descent. Rights are just whatever the government allows us to do at the time. This idea that rights are divine is just as silly as thinking that a lottery ticket is a retirement plan.
And Heavenly Father, is this him putting God over the Declaration of Independence?
What? Is this Mike Johnson putting God before the Declaration of Independence? Lady, have you read the Declaration of Independence?
I have, bitch! And it doesn't mention God! Hence is why I get so irritated when people say that we're a Christian nation. We're not. We were not founded upon Christian values. If we were, the Declaration of Independence would be, in the course of human events, we are endowed by God and his son and the blood of his son, Jesus Christ, to create a more perfect union, to honor his holy name, yada, yada, yada. You get the point. I get so tired of this. While the country, yes, is a majority Christian, we are not a Christian nation. We never have been. We never will be. I mean, unless you want to get rid of the First Amendment, then by all means, fine. Open up the fucking floodgates.
That's literally what Mike Johnson was doing, just reading our nation's founding document. I swear, like the fact.
Actually, the Declaration of Independence was not our founding document. The Constitution was. Because before the United States of America, we were the Confederation of American States. It was a fucking disaster.
Fact that for these people, it is an.
I just love people like this that like, she has a good grasp, and I really think she's coming at this where she thinks she's in earnest. But again, you're ignoring parts, and trust me, the opposite side does it too. You're reading parts of history that you don't like. You're ignoring parts of history you don't like. Same thing as when the left cries about the fucking native tribes. We fucked them over so bad at Trail of Tears. Yeah. They were doing fucked up shit to each other long before Whitey showed up. The first thing we traded the natives were guns so they could go conquer other tribes. Yeah. When you're dealing with history, it is what it is. You can't change it. I can't change the fact that last night I made bucatini marinara. and it was delicious.
An absurd concept that our rights don't come from the government, they come from God, shows how far we have fallen since the time of our founders. When that
Really? How far we've fallen from God. We were the first non-Christian or non-religious state in the world at that point. They went out of their way to make sure we were not a religious nation. Or did not have religion embedded with government because they knew how horrible it was. Because the founding fathers were students of history. And they knew things like the Spanish Inquisition, which had only happened 200 years before then. We were the first nation that literally said, if you want to be a witch and worship the devil, you are free to do so.
That was a universal, foundational principle of our country. Reminder that the guy who was slated to potentially become our vice president running with Hillary Clinton, Tim Kaine, I know we all forgot who he was, actually said in a Senate hearing in 2025.
You state, and this is a quote from Secretary Rubio, our rights come from God, our creator, not from our laws, not from our governments. I find that very, very troubling.
Well, our rights don't come from... Our rights don't... again, I'll go to my earlier statement on that. All right, I'm done with this bitch. Let's do a few more of these. So, this chick has an OnlyFans.
This here's the cold hard truth. I gotta give it to you. So don't tear up.
Oh God, are you gonna? I already know where it's going.
The type of men that you want won't want you because it's...
Oh, they'll want her, but they will not put a ring on her. And if they do, then all she is the alpha chick. That's it. There's other women.
It's different types of top tier men. You got men that make money, but they're simpish in the mind. And those men you could run laps around and they don't truly know their value, so you're not really going to respect them long term.
Yeah, don't want that.
They may attract you by pulling up in a nice whip. They may attract you by, maybe saying the right thing at the right moment, or you just may smell the money on them. Long term ain't going to work because they beta in the mind. So you got those type of males. They don't understand their value. But the men that actually understand their value and understand women, right? These men look for certain types of characteristic traits in a woman. They look for a virtuous woman. And the OnlyFans...
Well, virtue, again, is in the eye of the beholder. Again, there are people that think it's virtuous not to eat meat. There's no way I'm dating a chick like that. Not a fucking chance. Virtue is in the eye of the beholder, but yes, they would prefer their women not to be whores online and have OnlyFans.
Would disqualify you from a huge majority of those men.
I go to church. I read the Bible. I pray to God. Listen, I have a conversation with God every day. He knows.
Oh, great. You have a conversation with your imaginary friend. Did you bother to read the parts in the Bible about sex being just a man and a woman and women being modest and yada, yada, yada? Again, I
knows why I'm
But
doing
then you
it.
still throw the OnlyFans up there like, God, my booty.
Well, I have OnlyFans.
This here's the cold hard truth. I gotta give it to
What
you.
happened?
So don't tear up.
Oh God, are you gonna?
Plus, most women treat spirituality like it's a goddamn buffet. That's why almost no men are Wiccans, or if they are, they're just looking to get laid by 3 or 4 fucking hot witches to join the coven of a warlock or something.
Society, women are treated differently.
See,
and
I
also,
think as a society, women are very privileged over men.
I think we're privileged, but I don't think we're privileged over men. Like, I feel like a woman should feel safe, walking home at night.
Exactly.
Well, generally speaking, women are safe walking home at night. Do bad things sometimes happen to women? Yes. But bad things generally happen to men far more often. The biggest victims of crime are not women. They're men. Now, usually it's men trying to hurt other men, but you know what? Fuck it.
Alone, and I don't feel like that's always the case.
Do you think that a man walking alone at night in the city always feels safe?
Probably not, but I think
Exactly,
a man's probably worried about being beat up. A woman's worried about being to a woman.
Did you also know that if you factor in prison, men are actually a higher share of victims than women are?
Such a different. That's not like they're not in a.
I'm just saying the world is not fair and bad things happen. What I'm looking for is actual evidence that women are somehow uniquely oppressed as a group by men.
I feel like the only reason I have.
And if you start your statement with "I feel like," that's by definition not going to be factual. That's going to be just opinion.
The only reason I have my opinion about the way women are being treated is because of how I've been treated and how I've seen my friends be treated.
Okay, but that's an anecdote.
Yeah, that's personal bullshit. How you have been treated, maybe you've been treated badly by men. Okay, there's a minority of women that have been. The vast majority of women have had at least a few men in their lives, not all of them, treat them well. Or, like most women, you're overly sensitive, so you can't get over the fact that at one point some guy called you a cunt.
If there's tons of women coming together, there's a message there.
Oh, okay. What if a bunch of Trump supporters come together on January 6th and say, we really feel like this election wasn't fair? I mean, it has to be proof that it's true because a whole bunch of people came together.
If black people stormed the Capitol, they would have all been.
Yeah,
they would have.
Black people were allowed to riot in the streets and burn down entire cities.
Trust me, I know this because it happened in my fucking city. Minneapolis burned to the ground because a meth addict got himself killed.
Cities for a whole summer and nobody went around mowing them down.
As a society, women are treated differently.
I may have shown this clip, but it's a goodie.
Serious advice. You need to stop making decisions and choices. Find a man in your family who is sensible and who really cares about you, and just take their advice. Seriously. Also, ban feminism. It's truly poison. Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic.
What is misogynistic about his statement?
Okay, I want to back this up.
Serious advice. You need to stop making decisions and choices. Find a man in your family who is sensible and who really cares about you, and just take their advice seriously. Also,
yeah, generally I have started to notice as I've gotten older, women cannot make decisions for themselves, or the vast majority of them can't make decisions for themselves. They literally make the dumbest decisions and justify it with the dumbest reasons on the planet.
ban feminism. It's truly poison. Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic.
What is misogynistic about his statement? How do you...
And now she's gonna cry. Going to cry over defending that. And as for misogynistic, no, he said find a male that cares about you. Because, yeah, it seems women are dumpster fires at running their own fucking lives.
I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Again, the stats are in. Women are disasters as single parents.
Can I go?
Are you okay? Like, do you want to go as in leave? If you, yeah, no, look, if you want to leave, you can leave. I was hoping we could continue having a conversation, but,
I think that was the first time in her life she was faced with like the truth of and the consequences of her actions. And
I think she was just like gathering like everything she said on here, and it just hit her kind of. I could
first.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but your consequence, you're the problem is society allows females to not face consequences for their actions until it's far too late in their life. when shit really hits the fan. It's when they're adults. Men, still, at some point, we get held accountable. Girls don't till about their 30s. Men, it's 14. And that's me being nice about it. Usually it's far younger. All right, next one. Oh, this one I'm going to have fun with.
Yeah, Leviticus 11.
Does it tell you why?
Yeah, because they're bottom feeders. They're the scum of the earth. Same thing with shellfish.
Can we stop this nonsense? Like,
oh, okay. We can stop this now. Okay, fine. Cool. Most of what is written in the Bible is bullshit. It's meant to be taken allegorically, not literally. And the Bible contradicts itself several times because both testaments, Old and New, were voted on. And there are rejected gospels of the New Testament and rejected books of the Old.
can we finally just hit the head on the nail with this one? A lot of people don't realize this, but the Old Testament and the New Testament are two different testaments.
Yes, I know that. And the New is supposed to cancel out the Old. Except the New constantly uses the Old as a fucking reference point. Carry on, Chief.
Old Testament. Everyone uses Leviticus, but that's an Old Testament book. Here's what Christ says. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth. So
yeah, and guess what? Christ never explicitly came out against same-sex marriage, same-sex couples, or two guys sucking each other off. Now, he did define marriage as between a man and a woman, but he used Genesis to do that, aka the first book of the Old Testament. God damn it, I am so sick and tired of this. You know what I'm tired of? People not getting their fucking rules right. People just having these weird standards. Abortion, fine. Death penalty, bad. Abortion, bad. Death penalty, fine. Meat is murder. Meat is good. Make up your fucking minds. If we're ever going to progress as a society, we have got to come to consensus on certain things. Or just realize that anybody can do whatever the fuck they want.
what does Jesus say about it? Are you so dull? He asks. Don't you see that nothing that enters a person from the outside can defile them? For it doesn't go into their heart, but into their stomach, and then out of their body. In saying this, Jesus declared all foods clean. That's
Again, then why are you against gay marriage? Or why are you against polygamy? Because the only time marriage is really defined, and also the most common form of marriage in the Bible is polygamy, one man and many wives. But why are you against gay marriage then? Or gambling? Or alcohol? Or any of the other stupid stuff I have to pay a sin tax for?
the New Testament. That's it. That's it. It's that simple. Now, excuse me while I'll go make some bacon-wrapped shrimp kebabs.
Great. Wonderful. Again, you Christians fought like hell to make sure two men who love each other couldn't get married because of the goddamn Bible. But again, if the New Testament cuts out the Old Testament, Jesus used, and you can see this in the Gospel of, I believe, Matthew, Jesus used Genesis to define marriage. So fuck off. You can't ignore the old when it's inconvenient. Or you completely reject the old and just deal with the new. In which case, a lot of shit that you religious fuckers deem as evil and wrong and all this other bullshit, one of them also being prostitution, is A-okay. Make up your fucking minds. Lasty, I wake up in the morning and idle at 95 miles an hour in terms of anger. I'm angry all the time. Just because the world's so fucking stupid.
Rachel Wilson schools this smug feminist before roasting her in this debate.
I hear my husband is a woman-hating misogynist, and I'm here to show proof of life. He
Great, so we have a couple of hot chicks and Jabba the Hutt's daughter.
unchained me from the stove just long enough to be here. So
she's out of the dog cage.
How can I help you, ladies?
So have you watched your husband talk to women on the podcast?
Hang on.
Yeah, I listen to every single podcast he does. I've also been on the podcast, and I debate women all the time myself. I was listening to you earlier describe how you think that men should pay for dates with women who want to be equal, don't want to give them children, and also want to have their own careers, and that absolutely blew my mind.
You don't think that men should pay on the first date?
Oh, I think they should pay on the first date for women who are going to be wives, not for women like you.
I wouldn't be a wife?
Not if you're going to refuse to give a man children, have to have your own career working outside the home.
It's not refusing to give a man children.
No, you're a roommate. Why would a man pay for you if you're just a roommate? Do you want to be equal or no?
Well, I have a conversation with my partner and we...
Okay, this is something I hate. I hate it from straight couples. I hate it from lesbians. I hate it from gays. I hate the term partner. Okay, is every legal firm fucking each other? If I go to Milovich, Shapiro, and Milovitz, are they just having a three-way before I get in there? Partner is something like a business partner, like Scrooge and Marley. Your husband or wife is something completely fucking different. Or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. This idea of partner is complete bullshit when it comes to that. I fucking hate it.
We've discussed having children. I'm not taking away...
If I start a business with another man, he's my partner. Doesn't mean I'm going to go during lunch hour and suck him off.
From them having children, we've decided together that having children is probably not the best idea.
I cook all the meals. Andrew has never done...
So you're not going to give him kids. Why the fuck does he have you around? I mean, unless you're really good at sucking dick.
A house chore ever in 17 years. I do all of that. Basically do anything he needs me to do to help him because that's my duty in the relationship. So, and I actually do all those things. Then he feels like it's worth it to...
No, she's your girlfriend. Not a partner. Difference.
Provide. But if I were to come in here and be like, well, I want my own career and you have to do your own laundry and we're going to split the chores 50.
And also, no marriage is equal. When the shit hits the fan, one of the two, I almost said partner myself, one of the two is the dominant one and the protector. Usually, it's a man.
50-50 and I want to be equal, he'd be like, okay, bitch, then you can be equal and pay for all your shit. You know, like, why would he pay for my stuff? This makes no sense. You want all of the rights and all of the privileges, and you want none of the duties and none of the responsibilities. And that's bullshit. It's like you didn't have a mom to tell you that this isn't how the world works or something. If you're equal partners, why should he pay for your stuff?
Because a man at the beginning of the relationship should want to prove that they...
Bitch, any man interested in you, you should just say, shut the fuck up. You should shut the fuck up and just say, yes, sir, to every fucking thing he says. Or lose 200 pounds.
Are invested in the relationship.
So what are you proving? Like, well,
I'm there.
If I was a man, I'd be like, hell to the no, to the no.
If it's not equal,
no.
what do you...
I'd be like, no, thank you, ma'am. You can pay for your own supersized McValue meal, and I will go find a woman who actually wants to be a wife if I'm going to pay for shit.
Boom, roasted.
All right, I have to take a quick restroom break, and we will be back. Okay, let's go to this. God damn it. Piece of shit.
Video? No, it's bananas.
Are you saying illegal immigrants in America aren't actually illegal?
I don't think that anyone is illegal on stolen land.
So you'd never deport anyone?
Yes.
Do you own a house?
Right now I have an apartment.
1 bedroom, 2 bedroom apartment?
3.
Why haven't you housed any illegal immigrants?
I would.
And also, the land wasn't stolen. We conquered it fair and square.
You would?
Yeah.
Shake on it?
Okay.
We're gonna go find.
No.
Yeah, suddenly don't want to actually don't want to house them. I don't want to house them either. Get the fuck out of my country. You can come back legally.
See that video? No, it's bananas.
Are you saying illegal immigrants in America aren't actually illegal?
I don't think that anyone is illegal on stolen land.
Oh God. And by the way, this girl, she says she exclusively dates chicks. And no shit, why? Because no man would put up with her level of stupidity, even though she is hot. All right, now we're going to get into some long-form content. This is from Tim Pool. This is how Democrats just lost.
Surfacing of James Tallarico back in 2022 wearing a mask and talking about how his campaign is vegan.
Oh, God. Can the diaper thing, can we reinstitute anti-mask laws? Can everybody take these fucking diapers off their faces?
Vegan in Texas. I'm going to say it again. Vegan in Texas. I just think the Democratic Party is dead. I don't know. Donald Trump endorses a candidate, they win. His record is 100%. He has something like in the past year and a half or whatever, the big news is, what is it, like 118 or whatever endorsements? 100 and some odd endorsements. All of them have succeeded. There is no one else in politics commanding anything. Tallarico is now going to be running against Ken Paxton, and the dude is nuts. I'm going to play this video for you.
Yeah, I know, and the Democrats are hopeful he'll win. I have news for you. You've been saying for 20 fucking years, since Barry Obama, And oh, Texas is going to flip. Texas is going to flip blue. That's the end of Republicans. Never flips fucking blue.
Again, it's from 2022. I see a lot of people that are like, how could this man be wearing a mask in 2026? Well, it's because it's from 2022.
And it was stupid then. And it was stupid that we were all wearing masks at any point. It was fucking dumb. COVID was not that dangerous.
But it doesn't matter. This guy's in Texas. He announced, this is, again, years ago, but still crazy, his campaign is vegan over climate change. This needs to be seen. Texas is the largest beef producer in the country. And
and the stars at night, deep and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. I need my beef so wonderful and free, deep in the heart of Texas.
Here's a guy who thought it was a good idea to tell Texans they're going to have a vegan campaign. Lord help us if people actually vote for this guy. Oh, but there's more.
Oh, they will. He'll lose, but they will.
There's more to talk about. The funny thing is the media right now is claiming Trump is lying about him being a vegan. Okay, he may not be a vegan himself, but this video speaks for itself. Here you go.
We have, I think, heard more and more issues of animal welfare. I think not just because it's the right thing to do and the moral thing to do, but also it's, as all of you know, necessary to fight climate change. It is now existential that we try to reduce our meat consumption and that we try to respect animals in all aspects of society. And so I am proud to say that our
And I almost died at birth, kitten. Big fucking deal. Whoop-de-doo. Life is not guaranteed. You could be walking down the street tomorrow and get hit by a bus.
campaign has...
Also, don't fear death. It's coming for us anyway. That's the way I view it. I don't give a... People ask me, aren't you afraid to die? Nope. I'm going to die one day no matter what I do. It doesn't matter if it happens tomorrow or 50 years from now. Or 150 years from now when I'm 100 and God knows whatever age, because they extended the genome and prolonged human life just so I could spend more and more time shitting in a diaper. I'm going to die one day. And even if somehow they can reverse my aging and make everyone permanently 35 and cure all diseases and cure all diseases and heal all the injuries and blah, I'm still going to die. At some point, somehow, some way, wham, hit by a bus, killed instantly.
Has officially become a non-meat campaign. So we are only buying vegan products from our local.
Why? I don't care if this campaign was in California or Seattle or fucking Massachusetts or any of the blue. Why would you bring this up? Who gives a fuck what your campaign is snacking on? I don't care. Both me and Bernie Sanders probably agree a steak is great. I disagree with him on everything else, but hell, we can have a burger.
Vegan businesses. Some of you may know Big Nona's. They were little Nona's, and then they opened up brick and mortar, so now they're Big Nona's. But we just got our pizza from there today. And so the point is that I think all of us, not just policymakers, but everyone has to take personal responsibility in this effort. We have, I think, heard more and more.
Oh my God! Not a joke. Lone Star Liberty PAC posted, James Tallarico, quote, I am proud to say that our campaign has officially become a non-meat campaign. We are only buying vegan products from our local vegan...
Well, actually, vegan and non-meat are two different things. Because vegetarians, while they don't eat meat, obviously, they do eat things like cheese, milk, dairy, or they eat dairy products. Vegans don't eat any animal products. There's a big difference between the two. And yeah, the two often fight.
Businesses. So I believe I have the, this is Bobby Lavallee posted the original video. In 2022, James Tallarico said it was existential to reduce meat consumption to fight climate change.
Even if the entire country went vegetarian, that's not going to happen. But but let's say it did, you still have China and you still have India, and they're both contributing far more carbon to the atmosphere than us. Even if we don't eat meat, and most of India, or at least half of India, doesn't eat beef. They do eat pork. The other half of India doesn't eat pork. They all eat chickens or lamb.
I am proud to say that our campaign has officially become a non-meat campaign. We're only buying vegan products from our local vegan businesses. Okay. Guys, I don't care if you're a vegan. That's great. I know people who are vegan. It's fantastic. Everybody's always...
I know vegans too. I feel sorry for them for missing out on the greatest gifts of life, but...
Got some...
Whatever, I'm sure they'll outlive me, and you know what? I've even said that if you want to cannibalize me, go for it.
Some wacky diet. You know what I mean? I just want to say this. First, before I go into the vegan stuff, this is a story from today, and this is why this clip is surfacing. Trump says James Tallarico insulting to Jesus Christ pushes vegan claim. So right now, Ken Paxton has...
Trump isn't the most Jesus-y person, Trump isn't the most Jesus-y person on the planet. I mean, do you really think Trump didn't work on any Sunday? Like, really, literally, Trump wasn't working on Sunday? I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn, if you believe that.
Won in Texas. He will be in the race against Tallarico. Democrats have chosen Tallarico because they want to put forward what they claim is a moderate Christian Democrat to compete with Ken Paxton. The only problem is he's not a moderate. He is a vegan, woke, weird sex guy. Yeah.
Outside of the vegan stuff, what kind of weird sex are we talking about?
The other reports is that the church he attends, or he goes to whatever, gives out weird sex books or something like this. I don't know too much about that claim. That's why they're saying it's insulting to Jesus. But I saw the vegan
and also
vegan thing, and I looked into it. This guy is not genuine. He is plastic. If this guy wins in Texas, Lord have mercy. Let me
Let's compare the 3 top body shavers for men, looking at shave quality, versatility, and value. The Flexi...
Here we go. Here we go. Which state produced most beef? Yeah, I know my grammar is not perfect when I'm talking to Grack. Texas produces the most beef in the United States. It's the clear leader in overall beef production. It has by far the largest beef cow.
And that's why we love Texas. Well, actually, I kind of get annoyed with Texans because I think it takes a talent to be from Texas. But, yeah, I love your beef.
Our inventory, around 4 million head, representing about 14 to 15% of the entire U.S. total. According to production data, in pounds of beef, Texas tops the list at roughly 6.18 billion pounds, followed by Nebraska and Kansas. Did you guys know that one cow can produce...
Well, cutie, you can always move. Move to another state. You can move to any state you wish. You're a grown man.
Like 18... What is it, like 1,800 cheeseburgers, something like that?
I can't remember. But typically, they don't use all the meat for ground beef.
Is that what it is? Quarter pounder? No, it's more than that, isn't it? Isn't it like it's like 3,000?
I think a full cow, if you were to buy it, would give you roughly about 1,500 pounds of meat. But take that with a grain of salt. I could be dead wrong on that because there's a couple of numbers flashing through my mind.
700. How many burgers per cow? Some insane amount. No, 1,800 to 2,000 burgers per cow. That's crazy. A single cow yields about 450 to 500 pounds of usable beef. Guys, I love me a cheeseburger. I just do. And James,
Oh, maybe that was the price of the beef that I'm flapping through. But yeah, if you're gonna purchase a whole cow, have a couple of big ass freezers.
Talarico.
And you're gonna need to have a plan to get through it, because you got about a year to get through it.
The Newsweek says he's not a vegan. They're playing dirty games. Talarico said his campaign was going to be vegan. He's anti-meat consumption. He may eat meat himself, okay? Here's what I want to say about vegans real quick before we read this. So I don't eat gluten, and that was because I did an elimination diet. I was having joint and inflammation issues that made it difficult for me to skate, and I didn't know what the problem was. And so I decided I went full keto, cut out various things, and then you cut everything out, and then you reintroduce. And if you listen to like Michaela Peterson talk about this. So I cut everything out. I was like, maybe I'm eating too much processed meat, like salamis and pepperoni and things like that. Cut all that out, and then just did like chicken, rice, and just went to the basics. Didn't fix anything. Still eating bread. So eventually, when I limited everything down.
Tim, did you ever think to go to the fucking doctor over this? Or a nutritionist before you started to
just some meat.
Whatever.
Everything gets better. Started reintroducing things, and then eventually it got bad again, and then did some tests, and I found that when I eat bread, it just messes me up. It makes it, it slows me down. It gives me inflammation, like almost.
Yeah, it's bread, Tim. The body takes a while to process it. That's why you should not, if you do want to do the whole keto thing, I've heard you can have bread, but the last meal you can have it of the day is lunch, served at noon, because your body has most of the day to process it. But your dinner should be basically just protein.
Like arthritis in a certain way. And so I was like, all right, that's out. And I've been great ever since I cut that crap out of my diet.
Except bread has also sustained us for thousands upon thousands of years. That's the other thing. I don't think you're eating it right. Also, what about potatoes? I assume you have some fries with this chicken.
That's just me. And then everyone says, Tim, try heritage wheat, try einkorn, try all of it. They're like, maybe it's the glyphosate. No, dude. It's the bread. It's the wheat. For whatever reason, I don't know. I've tried like ancient strain, raw, organic. That didn't work. Causes inflammation. So I avoid it. My point ultimately is this. I don't care if you're vegan. I know vegans, they're healthy. I know a dude who's a vegan, and he's fit, and he's healthy, and that's fine. And there are other people who are like, nah, if you're vegan, no. Listen, everybody's different. Okay? I know people who swear by eating bread and they're fit. I know people who do keto and they're fit. I think the big issue is you got to figure out what your body.
Me, I'm a garbage disposal. I can eat damn near anything. The only thing that I have known in my life that I absolutely cannot eat, that my body will reject, is sauerkraut. That's it.
Body needs and what's right for you. Someone's going to tell you everybody needs this or everybody needs that. It's all nonsense. The important takeaway from what I'm trying to say is some people need a delicious double cheeseburger. They just do. I'm sick of hearing like all these claims. I'm just going to say it again. This is the point about Talarico saying like for
is there a point to this rant?
Climate change, we got to get rid of the beef. Or you got that WEF guy who was like, I just love a juicy steak, so we're going to spread a Lone Star tick to make everybody allergic.
Name 5 vegetable dishes I eat on the regular or on occasion. I need to get some clarification. But okay, five vegetable dishes: grilled sweet corn, roasted carrots, pickles, pickled red onions, celery, both in a dish and as a snack. Potatoes, both, and do we want to go through various ways that I love to make potatoes? I often use fresh herbs. You want to keep going? Not to mention, I'm also a fan of salads that I usually use romaine lettuce for, usually specifically heart of romaine.
To beef. These people are all lunatics. Okay? Here's the reality. Some people can't eat beef. Okay? They get diverticulitis.
No, he just said, name me vegetables. Well, pickles are part of a burger. Might not be a dish, but it's a part. But okay, fine. Okay, let's just go with salads. I enjoy Cobb salad. I enjoy raspberry chicken salad. I enjoy Caesar salad. I enjoy chicken Caesar salad. I enjoy taco salad. I enjoy fajita salad. I enjoy goat cheese spinach salad. Okay, Minty, I'm ending this because no matter what I give you, you're never going to accept it. I've already done it. I proved your stupid fucking point. Okay, how about this? Roasted potatoes, mashed potatoes, crushed potatoes, whipped turnips, whipped rutabagas, whipped carrots, sliced carrots, diced carrots, braised carrots, carrots in a honey glaze. Let's see. I hate cabbage in any form but raw, but I do love coleslaw, so there's a vegetable there. I love onions in pretty much any way you can make them, be they caramelized, diced, sliced thin, raw, sliced and griddled. You want to try more? Oh, let's see. Green peppers. I use them all the time for everything from pasta sauces to fajitas. Red peppers, same thing. Yellow peppers, orange peppers, doesn't matter. Cucumbers I usually reserve for salads, unless they're seedless cucumbers, in which I turn them into pickles. I suppose I really haven't cooked that much with jicama. I'll give you that. As for jalapenos and poblanos, well, we've seen that I've made dishes out of poblano peppers, and I've used jalapenos more than once. Granted, I have never made the dish jalapeno poppers on my cooking channel, but I assure you that I do enjoy them as well. You want to try more? Or have I gotten through enough of the goddamn vegetable world for your liking?
Their gut gets messed up, and it's rough. Some people swear by eating nothing but red meat, and they seem to be healthy. In the case of Michaela Peterson, she was talking about how she had all these problems on all these medications that weren't working, and then she eliminated everything and just eats red meat, and she feels great. And you're supposed to, and science is like, well, that doesn't matter. You know, look, everybody's different. Okay? Here's my point. If you want to be vegan, man, with my blessing. But don't come to me and tell me I can't have a cheeseburger, okay? I don't do the bread, see? Maybe I'll do the gluten-free bread or a lettuce wrap, or I enjoy the beef. Man, I'll tell you what, ain't nothing.
You know, one of the only times I don't actually drain my bacon fat, because normally I always tell people to drain your bacon. Not into the sink, just into another, like a bowl. And scoop it out and just throw it in the trash. But one of the only things that I do that I don't drain it for is if I make Brussels sprouts. I put a little cross on the bottom of each one and then throw them in there. And they cook in the baking grease, and they are delicious. Now, any health benefit I've probably destroyed because they're covered in baking grease, but they are delicious. Now, I did leave off a few, like tomatoes, because technically tomatoes are a fruit, so they wouldn't qualify to be a veggie. But we all know I use fresh tomato slices on my burgers all the time.
Beats a good cheeseburger, and everybody knows it. That's why it's so popular. Get that McDonald's garbage out of there. I'm talking about a legit, real cheeseburger. And you know what's funny, too? Now you get these hoity-toity chefs who are like, smash burgers are an offense. No. Smash burgers are delicious, crispy, salty, and amazing with onion.
My God, I actually agree with Tim Pool's Democratic leftist ass. Yes, Tim Pool. Smash burgers are amazing. I do like bigger burgers. Depends on my mood. But smash burgers definitely have their place in the pantheon.
And cheese and all that good.
All right, I'm going to move on. Actually, later tonight, I'm going to be making ham and Swiss ciabattas. All right, we're going to do this. The 2024 election. These are Liberal Tears, Part 28 from Red Channels.
Because we could have literally had free food, free housing, free healthcare for every.
Free food, free housing, free healthcare. And who the fuck is going to pay for that? My I guess dear. Although stop cutting your own hair and let a man who loves you tell you what to do with yourself. Because this is a disaster.
Everyone. Enhanced social safety nets, and universal basic income.
Even Kamala Harris was not promoting a UBI. If you were hoping for that, sweetheart, get a fucking job or a fucking wife. I don't know what to do with this one.
And y'all voted for a dictator. I'm also.
Well, it's been 2 years into his presidency, and haven't had the dictatorship part rise up yet. So when the fuck is that going to happen? Also, you're making this video in 2024, and he was president before that. Was he a dictator then? Or did he leave the office peaceably?
Mildly frustrated because this is what the results from the election come out, and then we think that we can do a revolution right now. I think
if a revolution or a second civil war ever does come, my dear, you're not going to be the one to fight it. You desperately need a man to tell you what to do because your hair is a disaster. You look like a 3-year-old that cut her own hair. You can't run your own life. I'm sorry, but you just cannot run your own life.
I think we need to get everyone on the same page first for a minute. But yes, absolutely, there is one coming on this way, but like, give it a minute, get people on the
And again, your side would lose.
same page.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the commies are upset. You hear that? We could have had UBI. We could have had free food. We could have had so many free things. But we voted for a dictator. And worse than that, since they lost the popular vote, there won't be a revolution. Too bad, so sad. Anyways, welcome to the 2024 Make America Great Again Revenge Tour. I am your host, Red Channels. Please give this video a like, share it, subscribe if you haven't already. Sub to me on Patreon in the description for other benefits, and also a quick word from our first sponsor, Classic Cut Suits. Classic Cut Suits. Have you looked?
I don't care.
Vote shaming, keep vote shaming. Hell yeah, I'm vote shaming you. Shame on you. Shame.
Well, for you to actually give me shame. Now, I want to be clear. My own mother can't give me shame. This idea of addressing adults with shame on you is you think we're all children. That works on children. I am not one, madam. But, and again, not even my own mother, if she says shame on you, does a damn thing to me, or nor distracts me for what I'm going to do. If I seen you say it to me, and seen the piercing through your bottom lip, and your 2 nose rings, any opinion you may have to give me is irrelevant, is beyond irrelevant. I don't care.
Shame on you for
Obviously, you have made shitty life choices.
voting the way you did. Shame, shame, shame. I need a little bell like Game of Thrones.
Shame, 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 shame. By the way, I wouldn't give a fuck having to walk down city street naked. Wouldn't bother me.
Shame. Shame. Yes, I'm vote shaming you. This is not like.
Great. Well, I'm probably kid shaming you because you probably have multiple children with multiple baby daddies. I don't say this out of any sort of racist rhetoric. I say this out of statistical rhetoric.
Why do you think I would feel bad for that? Look at what you did. Look at what you've done.
Well, again, we're 2 years into it, and how's your life any different? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not. Except you probably added another mouth that I have to feed.
Hello. So, you see I have a band-aid on my nose. I have a nose piercing. We're not allowed to have piercings at my job, so...
Good job. Good place. Love that place.
They just asked that I cover it up with a band-aid. It's stupid. Anyway.
Well, then you can always either A, leave your fucking nose ring out when you go to your job, or B, get another fucking job. It's a free country. Get another job.
Good news for you. Donald Trump has been impeached by the House of Representatives. It's going.
When the hell did she record this? Because this video was from, yes, a year ago, but Biden was president for 4 years. Did they impeach him before he took the oath of office or not?
Forward to the Senate, I believe, tomorrow. Don't quote me on that.
Okay. Al Green, who is now, thank God, So Al Green is fucking gone. Yeah, he tried to he would try to impeach Trump. Yeah, he farted during the State of the Union. Guess what? None of them moved anywhere. They didn't even get out of the house.
Which, when a president or anything goes through to Senate, it must have 2/3 rule for anything to go through with the Senate. I bet it will be a unanimous decision after everything that he's done, after all the unimpeachable rights in our Constitution he has tried to destroy.
Name one. Name one. You won't in this video because you know it's bullshit. Name one. Hell, FDR is closer to the person you're describing than Donald Trump.
For so many.
And again, I can prove it because I actually understand history, sweetheart.
Many thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people in our country. And with that, if you still support him.
The only people that might be getting fucked over are people that don't deserve rights at all, that don't have any rights at all. They're called illegal immigrants. They're called illegals. They're here illegally. They need to go back from whence they came. They have no legal rights, sweetie. Oh, I'm on fire, and that fire is burning far too hot for any of you. Any of you. So no, I won't be opening up the lines.
After all of these truths that are coming out about him, that he is a racist, that he is a sexual predator.
Okay, do you have any proof of him being racist? Do you have any proof of him being a sexual predator?
That he is a rapist, that he is literally the worst fucking president available in this whole entire fucking country. Unfriend me. Unfollow me. Don't bother with your hateful comments.
Telling the internet just to not give you hateful comments or leave you alone or what the fuck ever. That's like telling a grizzly bear to not eat the salmon. And people wonder why I say we need to repeal the 19th. Your average woman these days is fucking retarded.
Just unfollow me. You don't need to be a part of my realm. I don't want people like you in my life. Wake the fuck up. But great news. The people who stand for freedom and truth, good things are coming.
White Americans, how white slave owners raped, beat, humiliated.
Then why was Donald Trump honored by the NAACP, and in particular, I believe, either A, the late Jesse Jackson, or B, Al Sharpton?
Mutilated, murdered, and cannibalized their slaves.
Wait, whoa, what? Hold on, I gotta hear this again.
White Americans, how white slave owners.
Okay, you know what? Fine, fuck it. For the purpose of this, I'll just say, okay, raped.
Raped, beat, humiliated.
Yeah, okay, beat. Probably humiliated.
Mutilated,
They didn't mutilate them.
Murdered and
They might have murdered them every so often, but they didn't cannibalize them.
cannibalized their slaves.
No, they didn't. They certainly didn't do that last part. And as for mutilation and murder, that was extremely rare. Because, all right, fine, fuck it. I may piss off YouTube, but it is a historical fact. Slaves were extremely valuable property. Kind of like a car today. And most car owners don't beat the shit out of their car. If that makes any sense. In fact, actually, no. They were a step above because most people can afford a car with a loan. Most people cannot afford to own a slave. So this would be more like a prize racehorse. Most people don't beat the shit out of their racehorses. I don't know if when it dies, some of them eat them, but I'm willing to bet not. Sorry, I'm just bringing morality back to the antebellum South of the 1820s.
Accurate history is teaching that George Washington's false teeth were made out of his slaves' teeth.
Look, there's a 50-50 shot that Washington had, yes, his slaves' teeth as dentures. There's also the thought that they were wooden teeth because the rot that begins in a tooth that is extracted would it'd cause him more problems.
Accurate history is teaching that Abraham Lincoln may have said some words and signed some shit, but he did not physically do anything to free the slaves.
No, you're right. Well, you are right on that. Abraham Lincoln typically gets credit with freeing the slaves, but he actually didn't. The Emancipation Proclamation only applied to lands currently in the control of the Confederacy, and it had a deadline, and the 4 slave states that fought for the Union and the areas which the Union controlled once the proclamation went into effect, any slave in those areas were still slaves. But my dear sweetheart, I have a question. All this happened long before our grandparents were born. And I'm talking in the case of my grandparents. Why the fuck do you care? Why are you this pissed off with it? The last person that was a slave, which was essentially 20 minutes before the 13th Amendment went into effect, died in 1955. Or 53, I forget which. They died in the 50s. Okay? Why are you this angry? You know what? If you really want to pay back Black America that much, just get down on your knees, suck a couple black cocks, and call it good.
The white abolitionists also often get almost total credit for freeing the slaves. I bet you've never even asked.
Yeah, that's not that long ago in cosmic events, but in terms of human expansion, we haven't had slavery in about 4 generations. That's long enough. Get the fuck over it.
Yourself what the slaves were doing to free themselves, and the answer to that is most of the fucking work.
No, they weren't. They were doing most of the work in approximately about half the country. The largely non-productive half of the country that had almost a single textile, which was cotton. And yeah, okay, tobacco. But the South, one of the big reasons they lost the revolution, or the Civil War, excuse me, the Union, the North, had industry because we relied on capitalistic volunteer free labor. The South was mainly comprised of slave labor, which pretty much slowed them down. But, you know, whatever. I know 20-year-old girls think they know the fucking world and history.
Including giving
Till again, they meet a man like me that actually knows history.
the ultimatum of war. But then we get a bunch of white people mad that their kids might feel guilty if we teach real history.
Oh, I have no problem teaching real history, but I also have no problem telling a bunch of black children, yeah, you were never a slave, your dad and mom were never a slave, or well, your mom was never a slave, because most of these kids don't know who their fucking daddy is because of government overdependence. Your grandparents were not slaves, your great-grandparents were not slaves, your great-great-parents at this point were not slaves. If I was talking to a group of 7-year-olds. So yeah, get the fuck over it. The horrors of slavery have as much to do with you as the Vikings invading England has to do with me.
It's not about your white child's feelings. Teaching accurate history isn't about...
Yeah, but history has nothing to do with the present, you dumb, idiot cunt! God, we need to stop letting women have the ability to talk.
White people's feelings. But that does sound like something that someone who's only ever been taught a white glorifying version of history would counter with. Ask why we ever felt like we needed to curate a false version of what white people did.
And also, you think slavery is unique to white Europeans and black Africans. My fucking dear. My fucking dear. I better hope you suck schlong better than you can recall history. Chinese people enslaved other Chinese. Cherokee enslaved the Sioux. The Sioux enslaved the Cherokee. We didn't go into Africa and just round up a bunch of black motherfuckers and put them on a boat. No, we bought them from other black tribes, namely the Dahomey tribe. You know, the one depicted in the film called The Woman King, which you probably jerked off to. Hell, the word slave comes from the word Slav. And Slavic people are some of the whitest motherfuckers on the planet. So before you think that you're somehow on this high horse of just wanting to hold whitey accountable, guess what? Black asses enslaved other black asses, Asian asses enslaved other Asian asses, white assholes enslaved other white assholes, and on it goes. In fact, as it comes to the course of human history, slavery has been the goddamn rule rather than the exception. And white people expended, particularly the British Empire, expended a shit ton of blood and treasure to end it. So shut the fuck up, you dumb, cum-gargling whore!
And did not do to black people to begin with, and then ask yourself why white-ass politicians are verbally attacking real history by calling it...
Because you're ignoring real history. You are ignoring real history. You think that slavery is a unique institution that began in 1642 and was a uniquely white-black thing. It wasn't. Hell, there are more slaves held in Africa today than at the height of the transatlantic slave trade. But you don't like that. God. Why did we legalize the 19th?
Slurs, which is by default also the act of calling black people slurs. accurate history is.
We love a woman with a white savior complex on this channel, don't we?
Yeah, Captain Save a
Attention, all MAGA cult leaders.
Lady, you need to go to the dentist.
Guess what? I have some great news for you that you guys ain't gonna like. Trump.
Angry baby man yells in Minnesota, news at 11, yet you can't prove me wrong on a single point.
Judge blocks an order to send trans women to men's prisons. Guess what that means? That means transgenders got their rights back and they can be whoever the fuck they want to be, because guess what? You cannot tell people how to run their fucking lives, and you can't tell people how to be.
Guess what? Yes, I can, especially if they're prisoners, because when they became prisoners, they gave up their human fucking rights.
Who they want to be, because guess what? At the end of the day, love is love, and if you don't like it, tough shit, then maybe you should go move to New Mexico, or you should go move to Scotland or something if you don't like trans people here, because at the end of the day, everybody.
Oh, I'm fine with trans people here. I just don't think trans women, I'll be nice, trans women belong in a female prison. They can be in a male prison. Because they're biologically men. And you can't change biology. Now, do yourself a favor and get your fucking teeth fixed.
Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves peace, love, kindness. So guess what?
We're talking about prisoners, not people wanting to be married. On a marriage certificate, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. We allow men to marry other men. We allow women to marry other women. We don't allow polygamy, but whatever. If we get rid of divorce laws, I assume that would go away, but fuck it.
It's working. Keep speaking up, my fellow Americans, and guess what? We're winning this fight, because at the end of the day, we're not going to allow MAGA.
You can't change biology. If you're born male, you're going to be male.
To fucking win this, because at the end of the day, they're hateful, they're racist, they're sexist, and all they care about is their damn selves. And at the end of the day, all they want is a white nationalist country in this world. So guess what, my Democratic sisters, good job. We're fighting.
You know, most of the women that look like you voted for Trump.
Keep fighting, because at the end of the day, we're gonna keep fighting. And this is a positive note, a positive step in the right direction. And I am happy. I'm so fucking happy today. Living in Trump's freaking administration, for some odd reason today, I am so freaking happy. And I'm.
Yeah, Trump's administration doesn't affect you one bit, you fucking dumb bitch.
Proud to be freaking happy, because at the end of the day, this shit that Trump is doing is absolutely wrong. So at the end of the day, I'm happy we're getting our rights back.
What rights did he take from you? What rights did he take from you specifically? Oh, that's right, none.
Okay, first of all, why were New Mexico and Scotland the first two places that she felt that Trump supporters should move if they didn't like the liberal atmosphere of the U.S.? These, I probably would have said Saudi Arabia or something. I feel like that would have made at least a little bit more sense. Second of all, this woman's a complete idiot. She is cheering on the fact that a judge...
Abortion access is not a right. Abortion's not a right. And if your state doesn't have the abortion access that you wish, you can move to another fucking state or travel to said state, get your damned abortion, and move back to your home. Last time I checked, we don't restrict Americans' travel for any reason.
Blocked this order by Trump, which
fuck
would have
off.
prevented, by the way, a scenario if she ever gets sent to the slammer.
Healthcare is not a human right. You do not have the right to the doctor's labor. And no, there is. Name me the constitutional amendment that gave abortion access, that made abortion a right. Name it. Because there's a real easy way for a woman never to get pregnant. She just always has the guy bust in her fucking mouth. There's only one way a woman gets pregnant. If he blows his load in her ass, she doesn't get pregnant. If he blows it in her mouth, she doesn't get pregnant. It's only if A, he blows it in her pussy, and B, then only during those delightful few days that women have every month for about the first half of their adulthood. Outside of that, there's no way a woman gets pregnant. That's just simple biology.
Being locked up with a biological male that has fully functional.
And also, if we want to go down this road of abortion as a right and women can control their own bodies, well, what about the ability for a man to control his seed? What if, and this does happen, a guy and girl finish up having sex. She says, hey, I'd like some more rum and coke. Guy goes to get some ice. She then goes and picks up the discarded condom still containing his jizz, reverses it, inserts the motherfucker. Now he is essentially a pay pig for 18 to an untold number of years because he would still have to pay for it if the child was, let's say, born with Down syndrome. The man didn't consent to that. He didn't sign up for that bargain. He wore a condom. She reversed the condom. But that's the way our courts are set up. Men have absolutely zero reproductive rights in our country. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nothing. A woman can get pregnant by a man behind his back and demand child support and probably get it. And I'm talking probably as me being nice and not just saying a certainty. It'd be about 95% of cases where she'd get it. And remember, there is no cap on child support. That's why I said the cap should be $1,000. Not enough to cover rent, just enough to cover the child. No, if he's making, let's say, $24,000 a month, he could have to pay her $5,000 a month. $5,000. No child on this planet costs $5,000 to raise in a normal way. No, she's taking the money so she can literally be a stay-at-home mom without daddy, without having to be a wife. I'm sorry, but if abortion is a human right, if abortion is a right, then a financial abortion on the male end or the abandonment right should be enshrined as well. If you can kill it, I can abandon it.
Meat and potatoes. Does that not sound like a bad idea to these people? It is astounding. Their brains have been scrambled.
I really hope this lands on the FY.
Even if they waive their paternal rights, they are still on the hook for child support. There is no way to get out of child support at all.
Of the right people.
The only way they might be able to get out of it is if the woman marries another man and he adopts said child. Then maybe. And that's me being nice about it.
I know it's going to cost me some followers, but I don't really care at this point.
Trust me, I used to believe the same thing, Raptor, and I was proven wrong.
Because I am not in here to get followers. I'm here to build a community. Even if it just reaches one person who needs to hear this message and feel like they're not alone in this, I am going to say it. Before you follow me, here's some things that you should know about me. I am a neurodivergent bisexual woman in a biracial marriage. I grew up in a Christian home, and I was radicalized by Christianity, and then I left the church. I believe that trans lives matter. I believe that women's reproductive rights matter. I believe that we should have the choice of what we do with our own bodies. I believe that Black lives matter. I believe in climate change. I believe that it's our responsibility to protect wildlife. I believe that children should...
As for Black Lives Matter, that doesn't really seem to matter to Black lives.
have to go to school in fear of being shot or being raided by ICE. I believe that everyone deserves equal access to healthcare. I believe that everyone should be able to earn a living wage. And I also believe that no one's illegal.
Boom! Okay, once again, and this is the simple AI overview. No, you cannot get out of paying child support simply by waiving or signing away your parental rights. Boom! Done!
Land. If those things align with your beliefs, let's be friends. And if they don't, and you want to argue about it, don't do it in my comment section.
Well, look, if you don't want to believe it in the AI takes it from legal precedents. Boom, roasted, got your ass, bitch.
Because I will block you. Don't waste your time. Even if this reaches one person that needs to hear it, just know that you are not alone and that I am fighting for you.
Then why, okay, Fiera, then why isn't the system set up from the get-go, no child support, no alimony, 50-50 custody? The man pays for the child when the child is with them. The woman pays for the child when the child is with them. That's fair. That I'd be totally in support of. But this idea that the kid is automatically with the mother 5 of the 7 days of the week is bullshit.
And so many of us are fighting for you, even if they haven't posted it on here. It took me a few days because, things have been overwhelming. But I'm also raising my son to be a feminist and to be a fierce protector.
Oh, God. You're raising your son to be a feminist? The creepiest men out there are male feminists. You do know this. And honestly, if I was a judge and your ex brought this video to me, I would immediately assign sole custody to him. Feminism is poison.
Of marginalized communities. Because it's our responsibility to use our privilege to stand up and speak out against what's happening right now. We're stronger together.
First off, let me say, I am so happy you think I'm as young as you think I am. I turned 40 this year. So hi. You know someone in their 30s, almost 40, who uses they, them pronouns.
Great. You're in your 40s. Maybe you have children, maybe you don't, but why the fuck do you have a child's plushie atop your refrigerator?
And then my other portion I would like you to sit back, pause, and reflect on is that if you don't know anyone in their 40s or older, possibly even 30s, who use they, them pronouns, it could be because of the types of comments you're leaving on my videos.
Or it could be the fact that I demand people that speak with me live in fucking reality. Maybe that's a me thing. Anyway, I have to take another quick restroom break. I will be right back.
just something to think about. Genderqueer individuals like myself, we have always existed.
What the fuck is genderqueer? First off, I thought queer was something not nice to say to gays and lesbians. As for gender, all you need to do is look below at your belly button. Like, right below your belly button. Okay? And if you have a vagina, you're a woman. If you have a cock, you're a man. It's not that fucking hard. There's only two. Two. Okay, outside of some weird... Okay, fine. So outside of extreme medical anomalies. But 99.9999% are born one of two. Either we're born male or we're born female. You're not that fucking special. The fact that you're wearing a hoodie and have short orange hair doesn't make you male. Just like the fact that I have long hair does not make me female. Okay?
Always. Bye.
You dumb motherfuckers. And yes, I mean you dumb motherfuckers.
Can you pick a hair color? Like, what do you need, honey? You need a sugar daddy to fill this in? We can set up a dick-sucking audition.
Because statistically speaking, people with more left-swinging political views have higher intelligence than those with...
Really? You are the people that literally just said a man can be a woman can be a man. You're the fucking party that thinks that socialism and communism, systems that have literally been shown to lead to nothing but ruination and suffering, can work. Okay.
Right-swinging political views. So you dumb motherfuckers, we just swore a felon into office because y'all can't critically think and make inferences on your own. Do you know how many steps back...
Except he's not a felon. The crimes that he got convicted of had to be doctored up to the max. And also, those got overturned on appeal. So, Kitten, I don't know where the hell you're going with this.
We just put a felon, which in case you don't know what that means, it means someone who has committed a serious crime. We just put a felon into the highest seat of power.
God, you're cute. Do you want to be my little Tootsie Roll? I'll be your sugar daddy. You want to be my little Tootsie Roll?
We just told
Tootsie Roll Pop?
everyone in the country, hey, the law doesn't really matter. If you break the law and you do terrible things and you're a terrible person, don't worry because you can still be...
Joe Biden broke the law. Obama broke the law. Bush broke the law. Clinton broke the law. Yeah, the law doesn't generally apply to the president, unfortunately.
Be the president of the United States and sit in the highest seat of power. Who are we going to put in there next? Which all of this is so ironic because you all love to spew. We got to get the illegals out. They're criminals. Do you know how stupid you sound? Do you know how stupid that sounds when you voted for a felon? Not to mention that...
Except, again, a higher court overturned that. And two, Donald Trump didn't actually commit felonies. Alvin Bragg, I believe it was, went through a bunch of convoluted bullshit to try to get those charges up to a felony. Which, honestly, the charges shouldn't have been brought in the first place because Trump and the Trump organization and even the Trump campaign were all privately funded. And Trump would have had the money, even if there was an impropriety in campaign contributions, Trump would have had the money to make it good. No, this was a political persecution, my dear. Now stop fighting, kitten.
Illegal immigrants make up less than 1% of violent crimes in the United States.
No, they don't. I don't know where the fuck you got that, but no, they don't. And we're also not talking about the violent crime that happens between illegal immigrant and illegal immigrant. And that probably goes largely unreported.
And you know what? Up until this point, I've been so nice about politics because I know that if you bash people, they immediately put up a defense wall, and that's not going to get anyone to listen to what you're saying.
No, you can be as angry as you want to be, but you have to come with logic, which is something a lot of women are incapable of, and you clearly are incapable of, kitten.
So I've been on this app only spewing facts. People are in my comments.
No, you're not. I literally, without Googling or without doing anything, literally disproved your point. But good luck.
Being so nasty and hateful, and I just type back, actually, here's a fact for you. Instead of...
I guarantee you, A, no you don't. B, when they type back, it's disproving your point and you're getting upset, kitten. Down, kitten. You need a nap.
Of telling them
go have a nap. Maybe you won't be so emotional.
they're dumb. So, you know what? Maybe you all need to be called dumb today.
By all means, call me dumb. I couldn't give a shit less.
I'll say it. This woman's kind of cute, but she sounds like she has a room temperature IQ. So much for liberals being the smarter ones in politics.
If you're out here celebrating Elon Musk
Oh my God, what the hell is that thing?
and his supposed finding fraud, which he's not, I better not see you at a national park this summer. I better not see you at...
Why? A national park is what it is. It advertises the services it advertises. What is your point here? Outside of increasing my case to why we need to repeal the 19th, not only repeal it, but introduce the, I believe, 29th or 30th Amendment, just barring women from voting.
any federal preserve or national monument or national park, if you wear one of those red hats, get out. Get out. You know what? They say the outdoors are for everyone. It's not for you, babe. It's not for you. If you are a MAGA fan, the outdoors are not for you and national parks are not for you. Why? Because they just fired all probationary workers from the U.S. Forest Service. Good luck getting any bathrooms cleaned this summer. Good luck having rangers for programs. Good luck doing anything for our national parks because you just...
Well, I'm a male, so I don't really need my bathroom cleaned.
Decided that that was fraud and that wasn't needed, even though things like USAID are 1% of the budget, because you don't know how to do research and you're so busy sucking up to billionaires and watching our federal lands be opened up for oil drilling and for exploration when they should be protected. You think that they're going to do any...
So let's say a mile strip, a 1 mile wide strip of Yellowstone is discovered to be oil rich. We shouldn't drill? We're not talking about all of Yellowstone, which is bigger than you can fucking comprehend, you dumb bitch. Also, what if they can extract the oil by drilling underground? So, on the surface, you know, where we all fucking live, the scenic beauty of Yellowstone would be unaltered. Meanwhile, systems of, I don't know, pipes or whatever would extract the oil from underneath your feet and you wouldn't even fucking know it. Is that fine? We cool with that? Can we do that? Or is it just you have this stupid idea that electronic vehicles are actually the future? I have news for you, sweetie. They're not.
Anything to protect the environment, they absolutely are not, because you are so far up a billionaire that you have no idea what's going on. So here's the thing, if I see your camper or your ginormous truck at a campground this summer, at a national park campground, bestie, I might be confronting you. I hope.
Great, you'll confront someone and you'll run away in tears. Because either they're going to educate you or they're going to laugh in your stupid, dumb, fat face.
I don't see your red hat anywhere on the trails, because you don't deserve it. The outdoors aren't for you. Stay inside.
They're never going to get it. They are never going to see that halftime performance for the brilliant piece of resistance art that it was. It was.
You mean the Bad Bunny performance? I mean, I watched it. I thought it was dog shit. Not because it was done entirely in Spanish, but it was just bad. I'm sorry, it just sucked.
It was a protest. It was a masterpiece in protest. They will never understand.
What did he protest? What was this protest? What political point was he trying to make? Oh, that's right, he wasn't. And I see that by that broom on above your window that's in the shape of a musket. Oh, you probably think you're a bit of a Wiccan. Yeah, well, guess what, sweetheart? Magic doesn't exist. You can hex me all you like. Go for it. I don't care. The only thing I do care about is if your coven gets into any lesbian activity, and can I watch?
And there's not a damn thing anyone can say to open their eyes. At this point, we are past that. Y'all gotta let it go. Cut the cord. Do you understand? I know it's hard. Look, the fuck. I know it's hard. I get it, okay? I walked away from everything and everyone, including the church and my own family. No, because I'm not doing it.
My, how fucking brave of you. Or it could be you're just being a spoiled little cunt that can't handle that some of your family members have differences of opinion than you. Why don't you reach out to them before you find yourself truly alone and they're all dead? And you're a lonely, bitter old hag that is just literally waiting for death.
So that's what you gotta do.
Again, this is why women, we need to pass the Constitution Amendment. You know what? We need to pass two. One, making sure they can't vote again, and two, we need to pass one that just treats them like not full adults, because women are not. I'm sorry, I've seen too many women do this stupid bullshit. Women need a man to control them, be it their dads, husbands, whatever. Women are incapable of running their own fucking lives. And the single motherhood stats prove me right on that.
Fuck it. We know where we're going. And it's a beautiful, beautiful.
No, not Sharia. Because we still have bacon cheeseburgers and we still have beer.
Tomorrow, okay? Just ignore them. Let them drown in their dumbass.
A lot of liberals are psychos who will use emotional blackmail to punish you for not voting the way they want you to vote and thinking and saying the things.
No, liberals don't. Liberal women do. Because women basically deal in the currency of emotional blackmail or emotional. Basically, the currency of emotions. Men don't.
They want you to think and say. It's truly nasty, truly extortionist. Anyways, that's it for this video. Please give it a like.
I'll probably regret this in the morning. Okay, apparently. Why does this thing, goddamn, constantly... Wait. Are you serious? Is it that fucking dumb? Okay, I'm starting to get pissed. This increased fucking security bullshit. Dude, we don't know if it's really you. You fucking... Fuck you. Yes, you do, you dumb cunts. Because I had to move accounts because YouTube is a bunch of fucking cunts. Okay, how the fuck do we do this in Discord?
Share it, subscribe.
I hate having to learn new things. Alright, Discord, do I have it? Thought I did. God damn it. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep going for a minute.
Realized that gentle parenting doesn't work. What is gentle parenting? Gentle parenting is more permissive parenting, but what it truly is letting kids do anything and everything with no consequences and letting life be and making life be as easy as possible for them with little to no resistance. And the thing was, in the past, when parents used to do this, these couple kids that would show up at school, the school would slam the door on that attitude because they'd be like, there are consequences, you're going to be held back, all these things that would then kick the kid into action to be like, oh, I can't keep behaving like this because if not, then I can't exist in the school. I'm going to keep getting held back. I'm going to keep getting in trouble, et cetera, et cetera. But unfortunately, it's these gentle parents or the permissive parents who are also super entitled and started to come at administrators at schools and say, like, how dare you do stuff to my kid to have consequences? They would never blah, 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 and threaten lawsuits. Then in addition to that, schools are only getting money when they have less suspensions and less expulsions, and that they're not holding kids back. So then the schools are incentivized to push kids through. No Child Left Behind.
The fact that our school system...
Yeah, it was a disaster. Anyway, I'll be back. Good night, everybody.